Michael Bloomberg has officially thrown his hat into the ring for president. Previously, he insisted that he would not be running since he was too old. As with most liberals, he has been able to use his office to get rich while demonizing the rich. Just look at where Obama lives now. Do you honestly think that was just from his presidential salary and speaking deals? Liberals love to attack rich people and say how they are exploiting the poor, yet the biggest companies tend to be led by leftists. A classic case of do as I say, not as I do mentality. When he debated with Alyssa Milano, Senator Ted Cruz was challenged with what he would do to stop gun crime if he refused to abandon the Second Amendment. His response was simple. Close the loopholes in the background check that allow criminals to seep through the cracks. There are several databases that background checks go through that are incomplete or generally not used. The problem is not that we do not have any laws, but that they are not being enforced. In the United States, we are protected by the Second Amendment, which gives us the right to bear arms. This was created with two purposes. 1. Stop people from harming you and your loved ones, and to protect your life, liberty, and property. 2. If the government were to ever turn on its citizens, they would be able to defend themselves. After all, the United States would never forcibly lock up its own citizens. Oh wait! What's this? After all, the United States would never forcibly sterilize its own citizens. Oh wait! What's this? After all, the United States would never forcibly infect their own citizens with diseases. Oh wait! What's this? Not only has Google caved to China and removed the app that they were using to communicate and organize, they are also unarmed. They are facing down law enforcement that has every weapon that the party will provide them, with bows and arrows. The Hong Kong protesters are fighting an uphill battle at this point, because Hong Kong and Chinese citizens do not have a right to defend themselves. This is the result. Violence should always be the last resort, and it breaks my heart that it would come to violence. However, the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing. After deciding that they would not seek comment on the matter, the fake news decided to smear Nick Sandmann because he was standing and smiling. NBC, among others, smeared an innocent child because he was there to oppose abortion and supported Trump. Two things that they desperately hate. A judge ruled that Sandmann could sue NBC to the tune of $275 million. It just goes to show you that we can stand up to the fake news, and if enough people that they defame daily would stand up, we might make a difference. This kid is a national hero, and he did not even want to be. Realizing that anything could possibly end their business of killing children, Planned Parenthood had journalists sign an NDA to attend their events. Vice News reporter Carter Sherman was one such journalist. When she threatened to go public with this story, Planned Parenthood backed down and removed all the journalists from their NDAs. Officially, it was just a miscommunication amongst anonymous members of the Planned Parenthood staff. Obviously, a lie, and I have no intention of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Students at Oberlin College in Ohio decided that the best thing to do to combat evil in the world was to commemorate 34 Islamic terrorists killed by Israeli forces. Any time that Muslims are in the minority, they are peaceful, but once they get in the majority, they will start killing, left and right. These kids would not even lift a finger to share a post about all the innocent families that are killed by Hamas rockets, but a military confrontation gets their attention. I am glad my school was not so biased. A federal judge out of Oregon has ruled that Trump's mandate that incoming immigrants must have health insurance is an overreach of power. They also do not have to prove that they will be able to pay for insurance. Let me get this straight. U.S. citizens can be forced at gunpoint to buy insurance, even if they do not want or need it, but immigrants do not. It seems like a bit of a double standard in my book. Officially, the administration does not have the authority to make this rule, but I think that it is to ensure that there are more Democratic voters. But that is just my opinion. Imagine that you are a YouTuber that makes Minecraft playthroughs. Is this child-friendly content? Even if you specify that it is aimed towards young adults, you can still be flagged and fined under COPPA to the tune of $42,000 per video. If you had just 10 parts to your video, that is nearly $250,000 that you would have to shell out. I do not think that anyone can afford a bill like that. It is also up to you to prove that it was not child content. You make a video parodying an old series from the 90s, try to reach kids with the gospel message, or look at an old school toy, your channel could be banned. It is a scary thought, to say the least. Yet, it is one more reason that YouTube is not a platform, it is a publisher, since you are stuck with everything, and not this multinational monster. I have had the name on my channel Ticked Off Priest for a long time, because when I first started, I was studying to be a priest. However, a whole bunch of red tape later, and I am no longer pursuing that path. I am serving him in other ways, but that is getting off topic. Because of that, I will soon be changing the name of my channel to something else. When I make the final decision, I will put it in the description and as a pinned comment. I am not going to reveal the name quite yet, as I do not want someone to scoop the name out from under me.
Maybe I'm just blowing smoke, maybe I'm completely off my rocker, but that is just my opinion.